Okay, everyone, I think I might have sorted it. Hello again, everyone. I'm Nesbit, you're the people of Skyrim. Okay, I think I might have sorted it, folks. Let's hope. Share. I think I've sorted it. Okay. Okay, I think we definitely sorted it, folks. I think I know what I did. I'll tell you about that in a sec. I'm just gonna stick in this. Yeah, sorry, NATO. Jesus God, dear me. It suddenly dawned on me that I did some PC maintenance the other day, over the weekend, and I've plugged my screens in the other way around from their usual ports. So you were getting a... it's just a simple thing, and it caused absolute chaos. So I'm sorry about that, folks. I'm going to have to come back. Let's start again. And now we've got everything back to where it should be. Hold on a sec. What's going on here? I just want to... Actually, let's just come out of the game for now, because I do just want to quickly talk about the all-in-one patch is coming out later today. Now, I'm not gonna go on about this, folks, okay? Because I've already said this, okay? So I'm not going to repeat everything that I've just said. But basically, the all-in patch will be out later today. Once I get this patch out, I can then compile the mod pack collection, okay? And all the information about this patch and the mod pack is here for you to see in terms of what I've experienced in testing and performance, whether that's online or local, to the continuing streams that will support the mod pack. The mod patch list there of the patch, sorry, the mod that the patches support, and the load order for TPSC mod pack and all the mods that I'm using in terms of the ESPs. That's not obviously including scripts and textures and so on, but you know that will all come on the collections page. All right, okay, so there we go. So that's that. Let's get rid of this now, okay, and we'll go back in game. So let's just bring up the game. I'm just going to run loot to make sure my load order is running as it should be. I don't need no further cock-ups today. Okay, so let's just run loot. I'll start the game. Okay, so sorry about that, folks. So that's what happened there, I think. I definitely plugged in the screens back in the wrong way round. Didn't dawn on me that they had to be the same for, you know. And I suddenly, it hit me like a light. I worked out what I'd done. And why you were seeing the wrong screen, that is. Okay, so we've already started. So in the first attempted stream, if you've just joined me, we've already created our character and we started off at Folkreath. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. And now we're just going to continue from where we left off. And as I said, this is the mod pack that I am going to be loading in the next few days as part of the collections, or the collections for the mod pack.
Handsome man in front.
Okay. And I'm not going to be making any changes to this file at all. Let the chips fall where they may, as I've said before. We're going to play through. We're going to do all the questing. We're going to do all the island mods I've got. We're going to do Forgotten City. But what we are going to do is start off with the Dark Brotherhood and the Civil War. This is what we're going to start off with at the beginning of this quest, all right? Because, well, simply because we've done so many other quests of Skyrim quests over the period of the 8 months, but we haven't really touched on the Civil War or the Dark Brotherhood. So let's do that. Not in streams, that is. I've done it locally, but not in streams. So I thought we'd do that in stream, okay? So, what I will be doing, as I said, this data folder now is the streaming folder. I will not be touching it. I will copy this folder, and I will test out new mods to add to the mod pack in another folder, a copied folder of this mod pack, And we will try out new mods down the line and other stuff. But in terms of practicality and of supporting the patch and the mod pack, I'm not going to be touching this data folder at all, alright? Because whenever I come into stream, or if I want to reference or work with other people in terms of any potential issues, you know, what I'm running is exactly the same as they'll be running, as long as they haven't altered their mod pack or changed things up. And again, if you use the mod pack, you know, and you want support, please try to stick with the mod pack setup, because if you change it, you know, you might have altered things and caused errors that I'm not going to be aware of. So there has to be a degree of understanding and honesty here in transition between this author and people that use the mod pack. Because if you're getting errors and you're running stuff and you've added or taken away stuff or you know, edited you know, the patch or anything, then I'm not then responsible for effects that you get. Okay, negative effects that you might get. I want to see you die. I want that armor. That's the armor I want. Okay. Now it will be interesting to see how the lighting is affected with Matthie's parallax meshes. Okay, because again, as I said, I prefaced this in the beginning of the last stream, but I've updated to Matthie's 6.1 all his Lux updates. So. And I haven't done a full test in the last few days since those updates, so we may see things that I'm not aware of. But again, you know, they can be, in terms of the all-in-one patch, I've edited the all-in-one patch with the current Lux changes. And, you know, there's a few references that needed removing. And there was no, from what I can see from the log files, there should be no major conflicts or changes that would affect my patch. That's what I'm trying to say, folks. I want to see this guy die. There we go, thank you. Oh, I'll put my HUD on in a minute as well. Let's just take this for now. Leave them to it. Nice. We just save. I'm off to pick up my bow and arrow. And again, there's something else I'm also going to do, folks, when I bring out this mod pack. Right, I'm going to talk a little bit about your PC setup and in terms of keeping your drivers up to date, but also being aware of certain things that I've learned with Windows that I suffer with, and I know that some other people have issues with it as well, in terms of programs that run in the background that can sometimes either drain resources, or antiviruses that sometimes run when you're playing your game or whatever, and just some things that you can do to stop any potential conflicts or anything that might affect even the performance of your CPU or GPU when you're in game. Alright? Because some lessons I've learned along the way by making this mod pack, and I still sometimes get one. It's a shell, to do with a shell program. Oh, let me just deal with this. Oh, I ain't got much magic. See, I'm not cheating, so I haven't got infinite magic here, so I've got to be careful. Let's just bring my HUD up. I just realised I ain't got my HUD up. Have I got anything else I can hit this thing with? I should have took an axe. I forgot about that. I got an iron sword. That'll do. Oh god, now I got this guy. Like I said, I could die here, so I should be careful, I guess. I think I should go to block as well. Let's get rid of the fire is what I'm thinking about. Just so I can block. Here we go. But that's looking good. I love that fur collar, man. I really do. All right. It's just no, I don't need to save. No, I'll save again because it's been after a fight. Again, I'm not going to be cheating, folks. Only in terms of my weapons, so it will get a bit easier for me in a minute. But as we progress with TPSC, as you well know, you know, I will have to save often because it's quite likely I'm going to die. Now, I was saying about certain Windows programs. You know, I talk to Linux, or I talk. Some Linux players just talk about how, you know, since they switched over to Linux, they don't suffer the issues that they suffer with Windows. Because Windows is a temperamental bit of software. And when you're gaming as well, and especially when you're modding, you've really got to take into consideration as well that operating system that you're working with as well. Because I found it to be a right pain in the ass, especially when I'm streaming as well. So over the last 8 or 9 months, I've learned certain other tips and tricks that might help you. But I'll put that all out, and I'll lay all that out in the collections pack, okay? Okay. We're going to head up to... let's just see if I can get anything that can aid me here.
Huh? Take a look.
Oh, I don't have any gold, do I?
All right then.
I will just cheat with some gold. We'll save. We'll head up to... I am going to pick up a sword because I've got bugger all in terms of defense.
Yeah, need something. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Let's have that.
Until next time.
And I will probably only use my cheats in terms of weapons when I'm in dire need. Like I said, I'm going to try to play as coherently as possible in terms of not cheating, folks, okay? But I will when I have to. So you can just really get... So especially for those that don't know TPSC, can just really see what this mod brings. Okay? And as I wrote down in the all-in-one patch, and which I'll also write down in the collections write-up, I will write about performance, and again the difference between when I stream or when I use ambient occlusion in my EMB preset to local play in relation to in-stream play and stuff like that, because I do see definite. You know, I do see every now and again in certain areas little tugs on the system when I'm in stream, but I don't see it when I'm playing locally. I'm just going to check now some things in relation to lighting and what I just saw there. What did I see there as I come through? Oh, and I've also there's other stuff I've done as well. That's it. That's what I wanted to look at. That's what I saw. Okay. Right. I also removed, what was I thinking about? There's something I wanted to share with you. It's gone from my mind. I also removed my fluffy snow patch for the roads. And I've also removed the GOT dragons. If you want to use them, feel free. And what I've done is, for now, is I've just gone for a more reliable, stable, less poly or nav mesh. Sorry, nav mesh. Poly as in meshes heavy dragon mods. I've gone back to Gamwich's dragons and a few others, simply because I saw some tears in the dragon skin and other things, and I wasn't 100% happy. People can easily make changes to the mod pack if they want the GOT dragons, and I might again reinvestigate the GOT dragons in the future, and when I see certain other updates come out, and one thing another, okay? I just think as a mod pack, I want my mod pack to be really stable, and I want it to be it's less complicated for people as possible, okay? So we'll go to the cave now, for obvious reasons, okay? When the mod pack comes out, or when the collections pack comes out, you will have to stop during the course of the install to make some individual choices, because some of the collections of the mod pack are different options. I mean, for example, I'm running Publisher's 2020 terrain, parallax terrain mod, and there's other LODs and other mods that you can use with that, but they're individual. They're not downloaded by Vortex, so you'd have to hand place them into the folder, or download them, then load them via your your installer, whichever that is you're using, whether it's MO2 or Vortex. So again, this is always an important test, because let me say now, when you run the mod pack, if you run the mod pack or if you run the all-in-one patch, you make sure the all-in-one patch sits at the bottom of your load order. If it doesn't, if you have any mods that run after it, because it's something like an 8.1 megabyte patch, it literally, like I say, is stitching together hundreds and hundreds of cells. All right, you need to keep it at the bottom of your load order, and you just have DynDoLOD and your water mods after it, okay, and your inclusion mod, which is part of DynDoLOD generation. So again, there's some strict rules if you want to run such a pack successfully, because again, bear in mind, the Tposc mod is massive, LuxVia is massive, there are other mods that cross over and clash with it. Okay, so you cannot afford to be lazy in your load order constructor. You're just not going to get the enjoyment that you see me get in the streams. You'll end up with crashes, you'll end up with problems, so you have to run it as is. All right, that's the whole point of developing a mod pack, so it's structured for you. Okay, and I'll give you an example of if this all-in-one patch isn't at the bottom of the load order in a minute, what will happen. Okay. Again, cells in NavMesh is like a web. It's interconnected. If one area is fucked, it can affect any area. You don't have to necessarily be in that cell. You could be 100 or 200 cells away and you could end up with a crash. You never relate it back to the cell that's actually a problem. Learned this the hard way over the years of development.
Looks like he's gone for good this time. But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back. Closest town from now is Riverwood.
If the Tposc all-in-one patch is not at the bottom of the load order,
My uncle's the black.
Hadvar will not path here. Okay, it's that simple. If you place any world edit mods that edit key cells, he won't path from this location. He'll stand here, and that's for various reasons. Okay, because I've moved quest markers and all the rest of it in the development of this all-in-one patch. Okay, so you've got to keep that in mind. You've got to follow the rules of the mod pack collection and the construction of the load order. It's vital, especially in terms of the all-in-one patch being at the bottom of your load order. And like I say, that will be out in a few days now, folks. We're very, very close.
We could really use someone like you.
Oh shit, I just realised. We've just started a new game, so there's important changes, and this is be some other more information that you'll get when the mod pack comes out. We have to edit Realistic Water 2. We have to turn on that because we have Power 3's mod. It says it there. Splashes of Storms. That's it. I want. I don't think I have to worry about Dirt and Blood right now. DynDoLOD is okay. Should be enabled. Yep. Large references too. Hans Blood. Don't worry about that right now. There's nothing major there. Done that. Not to have to worry about that. I'm just going to enlarge the font size for me. What's going on here? There we go. Just come out just in case. And I would actually suggest as well, when you do your mod configurations, thinking about this, you should really. I found this best. I don't know if this is me, but in my experience, especially do one at a time, come out and then go back in. over the years, I've found that sometimes, you know, especially with particular menu mods and certain mods, it's best just to come out once you've altered them and then go back into the others once you've come out. Advanced kill moves. We're going to have that on. Take that off. I want that off, I think, for definite. That'll do. I think that's it, actually. Yeah, that'll do for now. Let's no, I won't change Mum's Tooth. I'll leave that with its default settings. Okay.
The only one who can stop them.
We'll just watch Hadvar play out his roles, his different scenes, alright? Just be sure everything's working as it should be. Again, this is important now, folks, that I go through the numbers and I don't try to skip anything.
Bleak Falls Barrow. When I was a boy, that place always used to give me nightmares.
Because of course I can reference people to
Draugr creeping down the mountain
key moments within the test of these streams now. Because like I say, this is the mod pack that's going to be coming out, so that we're playing. Let's just pick up a Warriors thing in a minute.
These are the Guardian Stones. 3 of the 13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim's landscape. Go ahead.
And again, for the sake of the stream, I think music. Just going to turn music down a bit. That's a bit loud. That will enhance his voice as well. The master is up. Okay, because that was a bit loud for me, the music. I hope that's better for you. We'll also hear the NPCs talk a bit better as well. But won't cover up that so much. We'll accept the sign.
Warrior. Good. I knew you shouldn't have been on that cult the minute I laid eyes on you.
So let me think, what else do I need to tell you? Nothing really, because like I say, we're getting there. I mean, all we can do now is play the game and make sure that, as we've seen over the last, 6 months or so, we can play a Skyrim game with no issues. We're going to do the Civil War quest, and we're going to do the Dark Brotherhood quest, folks, because like I say, I've done those locally. Haven't done those in stream though, so I thought it'd be good to do those. The last streams we've seen all the island quests like Midwood, Tposc and all that. We've done the main quests more than once in this testing period online. So we're going to do all those little quests and other quests that I haven't done yet, so you can see them in the stream. One change I did as well yesterday is I picked up a mod. I can't remember the author that dealt with this crap. Do you remember those horrible roots? Look at that. I've now got a mod by the author. I can't remember the author's name, but big them up. I haven't seen any issues so far. I think it's a well-made mod, but it deals with those roots, so you don't have those horrible roots. And there's nice edging as well to the grass and everything. And Hadvar's pathing into
Things look quiet.
Riverwoods. That's good.
Come on, there's my
What? What is it now, Mother?
Let's just talk to Hadvar, so I don't have to go in and do all that.
Ain't
Really.
every day we get Hadvar. How do you know?
Oh, I should have done it. I guess really. Never mind. I've done it now.
I'd be glad to help a friend of Hadvar. What? A dragon? That explains what I saw earlier. A dragon? Here in Skyrim? What's this world coming? The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that
Uncle
for me,
Hadvar, hello.
I'll be in your... Hadvar? Oh, thank Talos. Your friend told me about Helgen. Come on.
Right, Riverwood Trader. One of the first mods you'll see,
one of
if
us
you're
has
in
to do
Riverwood,
something.
is
I
JK's.
said no.
And his Riverwood
no
Trader.
adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
Yeah, well, I don't know what you... Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Think that's all I really want from here. And I will just...
Damn thief.
So yeah, since my last stream, the only thing I have
Things
changed
weren't
is
bad
the
enough.
update of Lux, folks, and Lux Orbis, Lux Fire, and the 601 updates. And again, it's going to be interesting because I have no idea what those updates will do in terms of lighting. In terms of like I said, I read his logs, and he hasn't altered lampposts or anything like that. So it's not in terms of world edits. It'll be interesting to see how lighting is affected in the Parallax world now because of those Parallax meshes updates. But so far it looks really nice, and I must admit, I actually spoke to Gunduit, and I actually said to him I enjoyed the update initially because I think it's helped the skin of the NPC. And I said I didn't know whether Orbis might do that or whether it was just an overall effect between my Setting Sun Z and B. But I had a little chat with him, so that was interesting and good.
What do you want?
And the all-in-one patch, let me say, when you download the all-in-one patch, whether you use it as a mod pack collection, whether you use it for the mod pack collection, or whether you use it, just as a standalone patch. What was I going to say? Oh, Christ, I forgot the point I was going to make. Oh, God. It'll come back to me, folks. Sorry. Hello, Strictly.
Going bad.
It was. Yeah, it was, Strictly. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I'll talk to you in a minute about something that you brought up on the Patreon page, right? About Leaf Rest. We'll look at that in the future, okay, in terms of patching. It was too complicated it would require a big patch, and it would mean retesting the whole mod pack if I did something like that. Or it would take a lot more testing. So we'll leave Leaf Rest for that for now. We'll come back to that later, mate. All right. Now, as you can see, folks, for your information, if you're, I'm just going to shut this bard up.
You're that visitor been poking around.
Feindal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away.
Sure. What can I do for you? Sure.
My voice could
Right.
use a rest.
Again, with the interior lighting, you've got a Lux template and it's patched for TPSC. That's what I was saying as I was coming in. I just remembered the all-in-one patch. The all-in-one patch isn't just the all-in-one patch when you download it. It's the nav mesh changes for Foscar and the improvements on the Foscar nav mesh within the data folder. And it's also the updated Lux patch that you would load when you load in Lux. No, it wouldn't have, Strictly. No, it definitely wouldn't have. So, folks, when you download the all-in-one patch that's coming out today, you're going to have 3 files in the data folder. You'll have the all-in-one patch, the updated Foscar nav mesh, because obviously Foscar is part of this all-in-one patch and a part of the dependencies. And you'll have the updated Lux patch. So you have to overwrite the original Lux patch for TPSC with the patch that you download in the all-in-one, okay? So keep that in mind. No, strictly that they need patching. TPS2 has a patch for Leaf Rest. I never did one for TPSC because it was a no compromise mod. Okay, so during the day it's quite bright in the inn, but you get to the look at all the different shadow and light in the interiors, folks. Because what I did was with the Lux patch as well, and with Lux, I added more effects for TPSC inns. So depending on the inn, you'll have more or less effects. If you've got a low roof, like in Folkreath, you've got less effects. There's no roof in the Sleeping Giant Inn, so there's more effects. I put more effects in, okay? So there you go. That was my little add-on in playing around with Lux, which I enjoyed doing. So we'll move on now, and we'll get this main quest underway.
Around here. So I'll go
Let's.
easy on you.
I don't want to be doing that. I want to go We're going to do the main quest. Not the main quest, sorry, the Civil War quest line. Let's see how that goes. Okay. What time of day is it? Okay. I am wondering, actually, with those new meshes, whether they are creating a performance hit in my stream, or whether something else, whether it could be again, and again, this is something I have to be mindful of. I've only made a couple of changes. It was the updated Lux files, and it was these high textured cliff edges. So, but like I say, locally I've had no negative effects, so that's why I'm confident. You know, streams are very different. I take my lead from what happens locally when I'm testing locally, because obviously in stream the dynamics is very different. I'm communicating between different, you know, another server. I'm trusting on that server not having any issues or any lag or any performance or any crossovers with my connection. I'm relying on my graphics card to deal with all the streaming and running of the games. So, you know, it's a completely different kettle of fish. Look at that. There's the E and B Setting Suns preset, folks. Okay. And again, you know, if you do like what you see and you like my work, you know, feel free to like the stream and post your comments and talk to each other if that's what you want to do, if that's your thing, because the interaction obviously all helps the stream and helps the channel grow and helps me. So we'll go to, that's good to see. I always like it when I see these soldiers pathing. Okay. So, you know, we're off to Solitude. I'm just going to take a little break from talking, folks. I'm a bit knackered. I'm going to have a drink and to let my NPC do his work. We're just going to go and do some purchases, because now I do have to think about my NPC's well-being. So I'm going to make some purchases now. TPSC White Run Traders. And if you've got the coin, you can get some nice stuff straight away. And I've got the coin because I've just cheated. Oh, that's nice. And again, we need to check all the interiors and why we were playing this mod pack. And I will emphasize now, this is the coming mod pack. No alterations, no mucking around, folks. This is how it's going to be. And we're going to play to the end and keep on playing. I won't be around every day so much once I've got the mod pack out, because I've got to go back to my other builds. But I will actually stream some CK stuff, okay? Of the all-in-one patch. Sorry, the all-in-one patch. All-in-one Halfingar mod that I'll be making next.
Yes? Take a look.
Now, what is it I want? I don't really need any of that. It's this one I want.
Farewell.
Okay. But that looks splendid. I really love my interiors. Now, NATO, the bridge here is Lux Via, and what I did was, I patched, and what I did is, folks, oh my God, look at this. Oh God, so much to talk about. Just hold on a sec. Right? Let's just enjoy this sunset. Okay, NATO. This bridge is Lux Via. Now, TPSC puts its own bridge, all right, across here, which is all a stone bridge. And what I did was, just as, you know, you'll see a few stone remnants of the TPSC bridge, like they're rebuilding a stone bridge. Yeah, so you got the Lux wood bridge and the TPS stone bridge, just remnants of it. And what I did was, when I made the Lux and TPSC patch, I favoured Lux in most bridges. Not all of them, but most of them. Just out of respect for the author's work, really. And I didn't mind sacrificing some of my bridges. But some of his bridges have gone, like heading towards Windhelm. And the only time I sort of sacrifice his bridges is for the sake of stability, nav mesh, in continuity of performance. Okay, so but look at that sunset, folks. That's lovely, man. And this is quite a heavy area in the stream for me, but you know, still okay. Let's just highlight. I'm just going to highlight the refugee settlement map marker. That's all I want to do, because it's a good fast travel to return to when I want to. And I need to get some torches. So I think what I'll do is we'll be heading to Markarth next, folks. And just to pick up a weapon at Doverhors. I won't cheat with my armor. I'm just going to pick up my weapon. I'm going to pick up some torches. It's outside Drago House. A TPSC home. Look at this. I hope you can see it all well enough. But it's just nice to have that night test. And I'm just going to pick up some spells as well. From the wizard. It's Dragon's Reach. Look at this mist. Nice opaque mist there. Thalmor outpost here. Part of TPSC. That's nice. I like that. And so if you run the mod pack, these are all that if you've basically have the same system specs and you're running all the same mods and everything, this is what you're going to be experiencing if it's your sort of thing. If not, you can amend your load order in textures, in EMB and weather mod to your own preferred preferences. There's the giant. I'll leave them to it. Don't worry about that right now. And once I pick up some spells, I can deploy some light magic so we can see where we're going. And you can have some examples of some magic, light magic at night with this preset and EMB and everything. And again, in terms of the mod pack, if you do use this mod pack, you can of course reduce all assets, all textures to 2K with Cathedral Asset Optimizer, the texture optimizer. So, you know, if you've got a smaller CPU, you can adjust to make certain changes to make this mod pack viable for you to use, okay? And again, I'll go on about that with the collections. I'll put all the information in the collections page.
Official business only. Welcome to Whiterun, friend. Go right on in.
Lovely. I do love that. I do love this scene here, folks. Just the light, the torches there.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Norland Raymond?
So yeah, like I say, you're gonna, if you're a TPSC user and you use this mod pack, because I patched for Luxfire, and I've added Lux templates to all the interiors, you're going to get a nice continuity and a series of changes that you won't see just as a TPSC user. So in some ways, again, what you're getting, like I say, I've spent a lot of time developing this, is again, once again, you're getting something more from the TPSC experience with being able to use these mods that I've added as part of this mod pack. I'm just going to pick up some magic, folks, right? Because I need some magic to move forward here.
I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the merchant's trade. I need more experience if I'm going to run an inn someday.
Oh my god, she's going to approach. Oh, we might as well advance the quest then, I guess. as we're here.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgra? Well, that explains why the guards
Who's
let
this
you in.
then?
Come on then.
And I'll
The
talk about
Jarl
that big
wants to
fire
speak to
pit
you.
in a minute because I really like it. Hardly any light on my face, but when I turn, I should have more yet. Okay, all right. Little test there. Let's just get some magic.
Come to Dragon's Reach. I had you figured for
Can
me.
have those.
I think you'll appreciate this.
No, I didn't need sparks. Bollocks. Don't need that. That'll do.
You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in
Oh,
Winterhold.
and of course, oh no, I'll come back to that later. We'll do that in a separate video, I think. Candlelight. Just save up. We just advance the quest and we'll be on our way. Markarth, and then we're going to start the Imperial quest. Alright?
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this by Ismir. Irileth was
Time
right.
is it? Okay.
What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue?
We
to
can
thrust
come back
the
to
strength
this.
of our walls against
We'll
the
leave that.
dragon?
We'll come back to that later.
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once.
We'll just save. We should better leave that with no issues whatsoever. Nice. I'm telling you now, folks, I can tell that these meshes, these Lux meshes have changed up the dynamics of my lighting. There seems to be less flickering in the odd places that I did get flickering. Outside of Dragon Reach doors, for example. Although I would say as well, the windows by WizKid don't seem so prominent with these new Lux parallax lighting meshes. They're definitely having an effect with the EMB and the overall effect on my game for sure. I'm seeing there are definite differences. Okay, we're going to go to Markarth just because I need to pick up some more weaponry, and then we're off to carry on this main Imperial quest. All right. Thanks for your patience, folks. But it's all part now of testing this mod pack and seeing how things pan out. I want to pick up some torches as well, which I can get at Drago House, as I said earlier. But it's light enough. You should be able to be seeing everything okay. There's still enough, some nice lighting sources. Let's just nice. That looks good. No issues with that.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
I'm going to try to pronounce this. Payush? If I've pronounced that wrong, sorry, but it's a funny comment. Welcome to the channel. Brilliant. Okay, where am I going? That's thrown me. That's a great comment. I like that. Where am I going for? Markarth. Right, Markarth, sorry.
Climb and back and we'll be off.
Welcome to the channel. Thanks for your input. Okay, right. But again, I hope, you should be able to see all the details quite nicely there. Okay, gear, I will do. I'll remember that.
I can't wait here forever.
Oh! A quick stretch here, folks. Ugh. Okay, so I'm just going to pick up a sword. It is a cheat, but with Tposc I need it. or I die far too often, and that'll get frustrating, especially when I got to talk technical as well, folks, all the time. So, you know, even though this is, like I say, I haven't developed Markarth Heights, unfortunately. This is one thing I'd love to see. I did run Dindulod for Markarth Interiors, but unfortunately the assets that I use for Markarth Heights, they don't all generate LODs. That's really sad. It's about the only downside so far. Everything else is pretty much spot on in terms of LODs. But yeah, I'll show you Markarth Heights in a bit for those of you who's never seen Markarth Heights. In fact, let's just do a quick test now, then we're going to pick up my sword and the torches that I want. I must remember those. NATO. Yeah. I just recently loaded up a new mod that modded the default lantern, but it also gave some other changes to the lantern, made it flicker a bit more. Really nice. I can't remember the author right now. It was a new author that I haven't really used that much. So I don't remember the author's name right now, but when the mod pack comes out, you'll see it all anyway. You'll see everything that I use. Okay, so if you don't know my work, this is nice to see. Let me tell you now, folks, I'm going to say this, right? If you've got no conflicts in your load order, this guy and Margaret should always be in their starting position, alright? I hear people say, oh, you know, sort of, you know, it just works, Todd's gift, but I've learned over the years, actually, in my personal experience, alright, if your load order's running well, if you've got all your support patches, if you're running the unofficial patch, and if everything's sort of together, that should play out. The only time it's never not played out for me is when I've had conflicts, and I found those conflicts and it's resolved it. I'm just going to show you Markarth Heights for those of you who don't know my work. Okay. Yeah, just gear. Just one thing about the Nordic UI. I love that, but for me, I still think it has issues with AE. So it's the only reason I'm not using that mod at this particular time. I'm not quite convinced that it's fully compatible with AE yet. And as the mod pack goes, what I want to do is be sure that every mod I use is going to work well with AE and the collections pack that's coming out. So let me just say, if you don't know, this is these are all safe chests. Markarth Heights provides you with two homes. The Temple Origin, this in the water, and that one there. And there's a backstory to Markarth Heights, if you don't know, okay, which can be found in the diaries here, okay. Lovely. Love that fireplace. Okay, so we're going to go to the middle layer of Markarth Heights. This is Thinking Mine, the NPC Thinking Mine. We'll go to the middle layer of Markarth Heights, and then we're off to pick up my sword and... So what's this? Yeah. I like to watch her die, Gear, just to make sure, you know, the scene plays out as it should, and then he dies. So that's why I don't interfere. Again, it's just me testing and making sure everything's sweet. And let me just say, just again, if you just join me, folks, because like I say, I've had a lot of people join me. This is now the mod pack collection that will be coming out in the next few days. I'm not going to be adding any new mods or anything to this mod pack collection. It's going to be tested as is. And so if people use the mod pack, we can reference these streams. They can come and join me in streams, and they can see the mod pack work with the all-in-one patch. The all-in-one patch that supports all these mods, like JKs and so on, will be out later today, okay? But now let's get on with the playing of it. I'll try not to bore you too much more talking, but there is a lot to share, and again, there's a lot to say because it's a big mod pack. It's taken a lot of time to develop, and there is a lot to share. So after an hour or so, if I was to wait an hour now, these NPCs will stop standing around and they'll return to their pathing.
Are you
I'll just
alright?
forward this.
Did you see what happened? I'm so sorry.
Oh, I think you dropped
Okay.
this. Some kind of note.
And let's move on. We'll just no, it's save when I come out anyway. So, and there is Markarth Origins. It's a big player home, a storage home. It's actually at the bottom of the waterfall there, and the mines you can find, folks, if you don't know.
This is
But like I say, you'll find the key to that at the top tower, in the top tower of Markarth Heights. There's only one thing I don't. I'm going to be honest. There's only one thing I don't really like too much, and that's the grass mod I use, because it is an older grass mod. But I use it because it doesn't inflict me with lots of grass over my added settlements. It's a very easily controllable grass mod. So.
Disrespecting no one.
Well, that's the whole point of this mod pack, folks. Right? Is that you know, there's a TPSC Civil War spawn there. Okay, you get lots of those with TPSC. Okay, we'll let them play that out. But that was the whole point, folks, of me doing all this and spending 8 months, right, making this mod pack. Again, you've got Lux Bridge here and Lux assets. Sorry, Lux Via assets with TPSC assets. Again, the patch supports all this. Yeah, I do. It's a brilliant mod. A brilliant mod gear. So I'm just going to now pick up some torches here. You've also got another TPS home here, a small home, which you can use if you want to, or use whenever you want. You don't have to use it straight away. You can use it when you want to, okay? I'm just going to run up here and pick up these torches, because these are going to be important for me. Okay. And the key to the home, to most homes, TPSC homes, you'll find a key in a lockbox very nearby, or sitting around somewhere nearby, alright? And that's Drago House. There are different types of homes. You've got a vampire home and different types of homes as well. And there's another reason why I use the grass patch that I use, gear. It's Vembrosium, because I use the old version, not the current new version, because it's fairly lightweight. I mean, it's okay, but the most important thing, I can easily edit it on PC for the INI file and reduce the grass to about 80 or 90 in value, and reduce whether I use between 9 or 15 different sets of values. You know what I mean. What I'm talking about, folks. You can you can edit the structure of the content of the grass and how much you use in terms of volume and mass. Yeah. On Xbox, there's a lightweight version of this mod, this grass mod, which Xbox users can use with TPSC. And so what it means is, you don't have grass all over my settlements that I add, because if you don't know, if you open up your world map, you're going to find tons and tons of new settlements with TPSC, alright, at the beginning of your game. So let's just go now pick up this this sword. Alright. I'm just going to go to... And I won't use this cheap bow too often, folks. This is lovely here, actually. It's looking really nice. That's right. That's what I'm... Oh, what's it? Yeah. Yeah. That's the mod I'm talking about. Yes, my pronunciation is shit. I know, secret lemonade drinker. I admit, folks, my pronunciation is shit of certain authors and certain mods. You have to forgive me, alright? Hi, secret lemonade drinker. Nice to see you. Okay, so that's the Dover Hall key there. I'm just going to go in and pick up a sword just in case I need it along the way, alright? It's just going to be a support structure for me. Pfusher. I'll try it. Pfusher. Alright? There, I tried. Yeah. That Nesbit in his his pronunciation. Uneducated swine that he is. Okay, let's pick up my sword. That's my cheat sword. There's cheat armor, but we're not going to use that, okay? And this is the sort of stuff I use when I test my work, folks. That's why it's in the TPSC file. And I do leave it because some people like to use it. Okay. Okay, so we are now off to... actually, we are now off to Solitude. All right. Yeah, that's true. I am. Yeah. I do. It's quite serious. I get overwhelmed, folks. I've got so much fucking information in my head. Whether it's technical or other stuff, or you know, it does. Especially when I stream. You know, it's exactly what goes on. I'm an old fart though. You see, I'm 55 now, and my brain's been well used, or in some cases, maybe some might say overused. You know, as you get older, the way you live can sometimes have a consequence to how things function. And let's just say I was a bit of a wild child in my days, you know. I've done whatever I wanted to do, beyond hurting others, that is. And I've lived well. So, should I die tomorrow, I wouldn't complain. I've had a good life. I've lived well, you know. And I don't regret the way I've lived. More TPS player homes here. Okay. And more Dawnguard outpost, TPSC outpost. But yeah, I mean, all I do like to give as well is give as much information as I can to people. Really blended roads. Okay, with profushers. Parallax textures. And snow. So, okay. But it looks nice. I like it. It suits my eyes. We're gonna carriage travel up to Solitude now and advance the main quest. And again, you got the Winddown border hode, TPSC border hode. There's about 13 or 14 border hodes that I had. I can't wait for E6. I'm hoping that when it does come out, you know, it'll be something special. That's the border hode there. And you can see the LODs actually generated by Dindu LOD 3. I think the background looks really nice. You know. And again, the E&B preset Setting Suns, folks, is a darker fantasy preset. So this gameplay isn't going to be bright like some E&B presets that you get. It's going to be a darker playthrough, okay? Because I am using my own Setting Suns preset.
Where do you want to go?
Right, let's go to Solitude and get the main...
Climb and back and we'll be...
Oh, let me ask you a question. Do you want me to do Stormcloaks or Imperials? Actually thinking about it. Why I'm at Windhelm. What do you want to see? Do you care if I'm an Imperial or do you want to see the Stormcloaks? Which side shall I play? Do any of you... There's 6 of you here right now, so do any of you have preferences of what you want to see? Do you want me to run away with the Stormcloaks or run off to the Imperials? Okay, that would be interesting. Yeah, actually, I'll tell you what, Secret Lemonade Drinker, there's no more testing now. We're actually in. All right, there's just a few changes I have to do with the Setting Suns file, but it's pretty much what it's going to be. All right, as Gears has said first, we're off to Solitude. We're going to do the Imperials.
Capital of Skyrim, but I'm sure you already knew that.
I mean, personally, I generally do the... Well, actually, that's not true. I've done both, and I like doing both. But as in terms of taking sides, I'm not really on either of these people's sides. Jack, hello, Jack. Yeah, and then bring the crown to the helm to Ulfric. Yeah, we'll do that then, all right? All right, so be it. Oh, look at this. Nice. Yeah. All right, we're off. Look at this. Let's use a torch now. We can use a torch. Let's just let's try out a torch. Nice. With and without. Okay. Go with the grey beards. Okay.
If you've come to Solitude to join the Legion,
This
speak
looks
to
really
Rico.
nice, folks.
If not, just keep your nose
Look at
clean
that,
while
look
you're
at that.
here.
What's going on there?
End up like Roth.
Look at those windows, folks. And that's WizKid's particles for the windows. That looks lovely. I love that. Oh, it's lemonade drinker. Wow. That looks really nice. I'm just going to save. Sorry, I'm now getting lost in the aesthetics, which is part of my favourite thing of Skyrim gameplay. I love the aesthetics of the game when it looks really so, you know, it just looks so damn good, and you know, everything looks so nice. It just draws me in. I love it.
They can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions.
Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay
Look
there until
at
your mother
that. Look at those fucking windows. Oh, I love it.
You betrayed us.
You should tell her that her uncle is scum that betrayed his
And you've got to
wife.
realise here, folks,
Best she
you know,
know
this is a
now.
new experience because I've updated Lux. And I've stuck in WizKid's particles. So there is a couple of things that are new to me that I'm just seeing for the first time. So that's really nice.
Destroyed by a dragon.
That's lovely, man.
Hard to believe, isn't it?
That's great. I really like that.
Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim.
Okay. No, we'll leave the torch on for now. Yeah, mate, yeah. I wouldn't disagree with that. Yeah, it did have a slight sort of feeling.
Some gate guard you were.
I don't abide fancy clothes.
Wow. That was nice.
Citizen.
I like that. Let's see without the torch. Yeah, that's fine. Look at that, look. That's good. Nice interiors here.
I'm telling you, Ulfric's planning an attack on Whiterun.
Ah!
He'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
That's not what my scouts report, sir. Every day more join his cause. Riften, Dawnstar.
Are my men now giving free rein to anyone who wanders into the castle? Do you have some reason to be here?
Very
citizen?
funny. I like that secret. That's funny. I would actually argue never get involved with any cult mentality. Follow your own path.
Fine. Why don't you have a
But
chat with the legate?
I understand the sentiment there. That's
I
funny.
suspect we might have use. It's not a cause.
It's one of the things I talk about, actually, as you probably all know, you know. When I talk about Ulfric, oh Christ, what's going on? Oh, what have I just done? What did I just do? I haven't done it yet. That's because I got sidetracked with our conversation. That was funny.
Speak with Legate Rika. She will determine if you are Legion material.
Oh, I see what I got to do. Okay, all right. Yeah.
Well, if he wants to stand outside the protection of the Empire,
I've got a good feeling about you. I'm not going to go through the normal process with you. I've got a little test lined up. Pass that, and we'll talk about you joining the kind that evaluates your usefulness during duress. I'm sending you to clear out Fort Hero. If you die, then I'll have no further use for your corpse. The ancients built many of the fortresses that dot the landscape of Skyrim. Sadly, most have fallen into disrepair. Fort Haragstad is one of the few that remains mostly intact. We're going to install a garrison there, but first, you're going to clean out the bandits that have moved in. Good, that's what I want to hear. Now go make it happen, soldier.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to go back because I got sidetracked by those funny comments.
Sir, you can't force a Nord.
Really? I can't stand subtitles, mate. You really want me to put the subtitles on?
Me.
Oh. I'm loath to do it, but can I do it here? What's that? Under display or something, is it? Dialogue subtitles, is that what you want, is it? Really? Oh. Alright. You know, the public get what the public wants, but I don't get what society, you know, as the song goes. Okay, subtitles are on then. I think that's on. I'll just save, alright? If that's what you want. I can't stand subtitles personally, but there you go. If that's what you want. Yeah, I think it might be. But if that's what people want.
It doesn't matter how many times you ask.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough. All right, okay. All right, okay. That's a fair point then. All right, Gear, that's fair enough, mate. Okay, all right. That's fair enough. I didn't think about that. Okay.
I don't abide fancy clothes.
So I've turned the subtitles on then, okay?
I hear radiant rayments is a lot.
Okay, that's something to consider. I didn't think about that. If you're foreign language or whatever, or if you don't understand English, I can get that. That's fair enough. It doesn't hurt me to do it, so yeah. Okay, let's get geared up then. No, I'll just stick with my dwarven sword for now, okay? I won't automatically go to what I normally do. So let me just go back to those comments, because some of those comments were really funny. Oh yeah, I'll level up. I will level up faster sometimes, folks, okay? Because when I use my cheat bow, it levels me up faster, alright? As you just seen there. But I'm not cheating in terms of my stats, as you can see. So what I'll do is, I'll go to... What do I want to do first? What do I go to first? And we do bow as well. Okay. We'll just save that. What time of day is it? Still early morning, so we'll watch the light break. Yeah. So I didn't finish talking about that comment, did I? I just wanted to say about that comment about being in a cult. If you listen to me in some of my other streams, folks, I'm not too keen on the Empire, and I'm not any Empire, whether it's the Thalmor Empire, the Breton Empire, but I do understand Skyrim or Nordic people wanting to preserve their way of life, because they're not imposing an empire on someone else. They're just or a fixed way on someone else. They're just trying to protect their own way of life, and that's different. They're not going outside of their own land to impose themselves on other people. Well, some Nords might if they're part of the Breton Empire, but you get my point, So, but yeah, let's get to that fort then. But yeah, the cult of Nesbit, because in the past I've also referred to, in terms of individuals' mindsets or users' mindsets, when they're big followers, say, of Arthmoors, stuff like that, and the way they'll let's just check out that two-hand animation. I forgot about that. I just loaded up a two-handed animation. Yeah, it's a different starting animation or starting position. Ooh. Yeah, that's right. I am a local country lad, born and bred. I've been around in the world, so to speak. I've travelled around in my time, and then I sort of returned home in later life. I wanted to come back to where I was born. I love it here. It's beautiful old English landscapes, rolling hills, the Dorset area, and again, it's it's where my heart is, folks. So, after many years of moving about and doing lots of different things, I wanted to settle down with a woman, and I did that a lot later in life, and we had our son, and I came home, and she was local to this area anyway, so it sort of made it easier, really. But now I'm older, and now my son's growing up, I would like to move to a hotter climate in the long run, if I could. A more temperate climate that's warmer all year round. I do love where I come from, but as I get older, I would like to, or at least have the ability to maybe spend the winter in a hotter area, during the winter. That's naughty, man. That's a naughty comment. That is a naughty comment, man. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Where am I going? Let's just bring up my map. And, oh, have I got my... Yeah, I have. Okay, map. Journal. Ah, there we go. That's why. Let's just turn off that and bring that up. Okay. There we go, right on top of it. Okay. Again, looking nice, folks. I like this foggy, misty sort of look. Oh man, you're in some ways you're lucky. When you're young, it's fine, but as you get older, shit me, you know, the winters can become so long, and we don't have a lot of snow even, you know. But down south where I am, it's just so wet and dark all the time for the most of winter, you know. And it's just, you know, a bit of snow now and again and frost and whatever. But when I was a kid, it was far more snowy. Over the years, the weather's got a little bit warmer in the south. Let's just see if we can take out some of this guy on the outside. Oh, is that someone? Let's take them out and have some fun. Or is that a dead body? That might be a dead body. Is that a dead body up there? Or is that a... Oh no, it is someone alive. Ah, got him. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I know. Oh, they have they? Ah, right. Okay. Because we had some snow, but it melted quite fast here. It didn't last, you know, and it's melting now. It's still a bit you know, on the ground, but not much. Let's now go to the Dwarven Sword, so it isn't some easy kills. Well, they're not all easy kills, that is. Gonna arc my run here. Alright. Oh, I like that when he runs. Cool, when he runs there, when he fast runs, how is let's just fast run. Look at that, look, that's a bit different. Well, I'm out of juice to run fast. Let's just load a potion. Look at that when he runs fast. Cool. That's excellent, the way he holds the sword. I really like that. Wicked. Now, there's one left. Let's go get him. And I do still have my jump cheat mod, so I can jump now and again like this, just to... Lovely. Good stuff. Ooh. Yeah, this is now the mod pack testing, folks. No more... I'm not... Sorry, the mod pack playthrough. No more testing. I mean, we are testing, strictly speaking, but you know what I mean? It's about playing the mod pack now. All the work's done. And the mod pack will be out in a few days. The mod pack collection, the all-in-one patch will be out later today. With a lot of information to help you on your way if you're just going to use that patch. And not my mod pack. Got another one here, look.
Should have come here.
Really? Lovely. Yeah, that looks good to me, folks. I like this. Looking good.
What was that? Time to end this little game.
Someone there?
Die, damn you! Die already!
Thought I heard
Interiors look really nice. They really suit me. Again, you can adjust the lighting in the ENB preset if it's too dark for you folks, alright?
won't live to see tomorrow.
Haha. Okay. Oh, we'll have that go. Oh, let's just have a look at his face in the interior. Skin and blood. That looks good. Now, I take it there's still combatants left. Because the quest hasn't updated yet, has it? Yep, still got to clear the fort. And I'll just double check I have got... I did put on the... what am I thinking here? Oh, general subtitles. Sorry, which one is it you want, folks? Dialogue subtitles or general subtitles or both? Do you want all of them? I'll stick with the dialogue subtitles. If you want gear, if you want the general subtitles, let me know, alright? Okay? I'll just stick with that for now. Let's have a drink. What the hell? That's... Hold on a minute, folks. I've just got to come out and go in. My stream, for some reason, it's just resized it. That's bizarre when things like that happen. The chat has just gone smaller. Alright, okay. Okay, put that back. Bear with me, folks. Sorry, my chat box just moved. Excuse me. Okay, back in game. The subtitles for when you speak, mate. Okay. So I take it that's the ones I've got on, isn't it? I'll just do them both. Dialogue, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Huh?
Still more to go. Okay. Still more to go.
Anybody there? Gods! Sovngarde awaits you.
Okay, brilliant. Sorted. Okay. We'll do some fast traveling. That's always good to test. Because again, if you CDT on your fast travels, you know you've got issues. So they're just important as a test as anything else, really.
Hello, I'm Gisley, but you can just call me Erica's sister. Everyone does.
I've got Weapons forgiven.
I've got a
armor forgotten.
You're interested, traveler. I've been looking for you.
Oh, here we go.
Got something I'm supposed to deliver.
Your hands only.
Let's see here. I have a letter here for you. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Riches beyond imagining. I found these words inscribed in ancient.
That's the Forgotten City folks playing out.
I believe they mark the entrance to a forgotten city. My brother went in a few days ago and hasn't returned. I need someone I can count on to go in after him and bring him back alive. I've heard great things about you, which is why I'm asking for your help. I'll be waiting for you in the ruins. Please hurry.
Okay.
And remember, riches beyond imagining.
I'm going to do the Forgotten City at some stage to check that out, but that's not a problem.
My working days are done.
All right.
Somewhere down the line we'll play that just
Tell me again why I'm
for the hell of it. It's
wasting
part of
men
the mod pack.
chasing after a fairy tale.
If Arthur gets his hand on that crown, it won't be a fairy tale. It'll be a problem.
Don't you Nords put any stock in your own traditions? I thought the Moot chose the king. We're backing Elisif. When the Moot meets...
Damn Stormcloak rebels.
Not everyone's agreed to the moot. You've been here long enough. Welcome back, soldier. I'm glad you made it in one piece. I'll send men to garrison the fort right away. But before we go any further, it's time for you to officially join the Legion. Speak with General Tullius. He'll administer the oath.
So, in joining the Legion, you'll be taking an oath binding you to the service of the Emperor, and thus to every citizen of the Empire. Are you prepared to make that commitment? Well then, repeat after me. Upon my honor, I do swear undying loyalty to the Emperor Titus Mede II. And unwavering obedience to the officers of his great empire. May those above judge me, and those below take me, if I fail in my duty. Long live the Emperor, long live the Empire.
Long live the Empire.
Welcome to the Imperial Legion, soldier. Just remember, we take care. Speak to Bay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Legate Ricka has a special assignment for you. So what? Ulfric gets this crown and then suddenly he's high.
Welcome to the Legion. No, it's not as simple as that. But the Jagged Crown would be a potent symbol for his cause to rally around. But if we found it first...
And we gave it to Elisif.
In the absence of the Moot, it would further legitimize her claim.
Perhaps. I'm entrusting you with what resources I can spare. But I'm warning you, if this turns out to be a waste of time and men...
Ulfric's right-hand man, Galmar Stonefist, has located what he believes. We're going to make sure he doesn't get his hands on it. The rest of my men are already assembling outside Corvinjune. I'll meet you there as soon as I finish up here.
Right.
It won't be a waste.
Make sure you take the auxiliary here. You can send him back when you get there and find nothing but old bones and cobwebs.
The Stonefist's no fool. He's found...
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
So how long have I been going? Hour and a half. So we will go to this location. I think I'll do a little bit more. We'll do this quest, and then I'm going to have my famous lunch, folks. That's right, secret lemonade drinker. I'm going to be having some lunch. Okay. Oh, let's come out down by the docks. Yeah, I just said that. It is time for lunch soon, indeed. All right, gear. Yeah, I got there's some Americans in the stream, some Canadians, English, obviously, some other nationalities too, as I remember off the top of my head. French. Who else have we got? There's a Swedish guy that that watches but doesn't always speak. One of my patrons, I think. So there's quite a few people from all over the world. Ah, okay. I had a funny feeling you might be on that continent or somewhere around there. Okay, so where are we going? We are going to... Yeah, I'm not worried about that at the moment. We'll do that later. Actually, I'll leave that clicked, I guess. Okay. So we're going to go to... We're fast traveling to the refugee settlement. And there's a place I'd love to visit, the continent, or India. I'd love to go there. Look, we are now at night time, folks, and we have got the Aurora night sky, which is really nice. So it's a bit brighter than normal. Yeah, there's lots of many ancient cities and places I like to go in India. An interesting continent. Interesting religious structure, history, going back thousands and thousands of years. Well back to 10,000 years, some people would argue. But I won't bring up that, I won't get into that. Again, if you look at the modern history we're taught in our education to actually what's on this planet, it's questionable, a lot of what we're taught, to be honest with you, in my opinion. I mean, you only got to read the texts of some of... you know, the Indian Vedics and all the rest of it, scriptures, even that of Christians or whatever, and the Abrahamic religions, and relate to current or some of the sites on this planet. In, you know, some of the things we're taught in modern education are dubious at best, in my opinion. So anyway, there you go. I won't go on about that, folks, because that does come in draw in politics sometimes for people. So we try to stay away from that. Tposc would be great. Yeah, they are. Tposc is not a linear gameplay, folks, alright? It's not linear. I had many harder enemies along the way and stuff like that, so it's a challenge. Yeah, well, they sort of go hand in hand, really. I mean, a lot of, you know, in a way, I mean, if one wants... I won't go on, I'll just say this. If one wants an understanding of life, you've got to have a little bit of knowledge or a good sense of knowledge of all aspects of life, because it's all intertwined. But the thing is, I guess it goes back to cults never ever getting fixed on one doctrine, because they all offer something. And if you fix yourself on one doctrine, and folks, in my personal opinion and in my personal experience, you're never going to see the light. You're never going to find yourself through the wood. You know, you're not going to find yourself through the woods, you know, trees in the wood, because doctrinated thinking is the enemy of enlightenment, in my book. You know, there are core values I have, and it's a basic core value of do no harm. Beyond that, I'm open to explore the teachings or the words that any religion or philosophy holds, but I only take that which resonates with me, and I put other stuff on the side, into one side, and maybe will incorporate it later if I find it to have truth down the line. But and I think that's the way to go, because I think if you have a doctrine, you believe only one thing is right, your culture, you know, whether you're even in Skyrim, if you think the Breton way is right, or, you know, it's all misleading, you know. Okay, what's this? If you're 55, be quite an experienced player. Test 6. One day I will, mate. One day I will, I'm sure. So yeah, but anyway, you know, for me, you know, there's no one way, and to me, what I find is most of the things we're taught in life are there to manipulate us, not to guide us, not to enlighten us. They're there to construct a legacy of culture that you believe and follow your whole life, and you never question. That's not the way to live, in my opinion. It doesn't mean you can't honor your culture, you can't be collectively aware. But to me, most collective education is indoctrination in most cases nowadays. The education and the method of science has been manipulated to control people today, if you ask me, because science is the new religion, in my book. What am I just got on this cart for? Is there a reason I've just got on this cart? There isn't. let's get off it. That's because I'm getting sidetracked into politics. I'm going to stay away from that. I'm going to focus on what I'm supposed to be doing. I do want to use the cart because I want to go to... Oh, that's it. I know where I'm going. Okay. I'm now running down... that's it. I come here because I want to go towards the crown. Well, I wouldn't worry about it. When I get on my little rants, I mean, if you're 16 or if you're 60, you know, there's some things you're going to be into in this stream. There's some things you're not going to be into. You know, I like to talk about many different things, folks. Skyrim is my, first and foremost, my, you know, what I'm here to do, gaming. But this game does bring out certain topics sometimes, you know. But like I say, I mean, if there may be aspects of what I talk about that you've got no interest in, and that's fine. Don't worry about it. But at my age, Skyrim, what I love about Skyrim isn't just playing the game. It's about what it triggers in me in terms of the game's things in relation to my life and the things that I'm seeing now in my culture. So sometimes they do cross over, yeah? Because some of the themes in Skyrim are relevant to my day-to-day life. In fact, a lot of the themes in Skyrim are historically drawn upon from our history. If you're on the continent of India, right, the god Talos is part of your ancient culture, as I understand it. The name Talos is part of Hindu or Vedic, a Vedic god of long ancient history. And I think I'm right in saying that when I learnt that when I listened to Fingerprints or read Fingerprints of the Gods. It was something like that. And when I saw Skyrim, and Skyrim had the god Talos in it, it made me laugh. Because then I started to watch what Bethesda did. And Bethesda, and again, you know, a lot of you aren't going to be interested in this, but Bethesda actually draws upon a lot of religious history. Don't forget, don't forget Talos, right? Who is Talos? He's both God and man. Well, if you look at religious references to Jesus Christ, he was a man long before he was enshrined in the divine. And also that could be applied to Buddha. Buddha was a man who became divine in the eyes of many people. So when you're playing Skyrim, look at this. This is a very bright. This isn't normally so bright. But I don't dislike it. Let me know what you think of this night sky at the moment, folks. I know. We're coming into dawn. We might have a shift back into... Let's just see if it gets a little bit darker. Yeah. All right. Okay. So time now is early dawn. So we've... Okay. All right. I might need to adjust the brightness. Again, sorry, folks. I've deviated from what I was saying. Because that lighting caught my eye. I might just have to do a slight effect in my EMB preset setting suns. I mean, I didn't dislike the bright night there. But as the night passed and we moved into early twilight dawn... Yeah. I mean, you think about it, folks. Think about what you're playing here. Bethesda is drawing on human history. They are... I'm now going back to what I was saying because of Gear's comment. If you think about what you're playing here, right? Talos was both God and man. He was divine. And that's playing on the historical backstory of many religious icons in many faiths. Okay? If you look at the Egyptian culture of Set and Anubis and all the rest of it, and then you look at the modern Bible, whether you like it or not, the modern Bible is drawn upon the ancient story of the Egyptians and their religious icons. And so it goes on and goes on and goes on, and history is just rewritten. Religions are just rewritten for the era, you know. And if you look at the Middle Ages or whatever, the Bible in teachings and doctrines changed a hell of a lot. That moved us into the current revelations or, the King James Bible version of the... And so it goes on. I don't want to go deep into it. But like I say, if you study history and you watch your games that you're playing, right? Now, just think about when Starfield comes out. That's going to be based a lot on religious history as well, and Atlantis. All right, that's what they do. That's where they get all these ideas from. They get it from history. They build their stories from history, and with some modern takes on that, you know. So when you play Skyrim, there are many themes, religious themes within this game, from Indian history, the Indian continent where Gears is from the religious and Abrahamic religions, from many other aspects of learning, science and others as well. You know, it's all sorts going on, like you get in Star Trek and stuff like that, folks. So, you know, they're drawing on our history, so it's fascinating. That's why I find it fascinating. That's also what keeps me interested, because it you know, it continues. It just goes on and on.
Good to see
Here
you,
we
my
go.
friend. I knew you'd make a proper legionnaire. I'm glad you'll be with me in there. I don't like the looks of this place. And I'm not talking about the Stormcloaks. You too, huh? But never mind all that. We're the Emperor's soldiers. We'll do our duty no matter
Okay,
what
so
stands
I am now going to concentrate on the gameplay, folks. But yeah, you know, I mean, that's why I like games. They can be teachers, so can books. So, yeah, everyday life. And again, one of the things I like about the internet is I've got to talk with a lot of people from lots of different continents. And so you get to sense and feel and understand different attitudes and different points of view of history, of religion, of their take on the world. You know, their triggers will be different from mine and so on, you know. So the internet, you know, is a good place, but to learn many new things as well. And that's one of the things I like about it. But anyway, I'll stop going on about history now. But like I say, Skyrim is a fascinating game to play if you have any awareness of history, whether that's your colonial or local history, or even in a wider context of a religious or global point of view. It's fascinating, man. Hi, Peeler. Nice to see you. Lovely to see you. Right, let's get on with the game, because I am going to stop at 2 o'clock for some lunch, folks, all right?
Right. Looks like the damned rebels got here first. No matter. We have the element of surprise. Prepare to move out. Follow me.
So I will stick with basic equipment because we've got a support contingent with us. So I won't cheat.
Listen up, Legionnaires. Those Stormcloaks are here for the same reason we are.
Just wait, she's talking to them. Sorry, I forgot she's talking to them. Haven't played this quest for a while.
But remember this. They are the enemy now, and will not hesitate to end your lives either. General Tullius is counting on us to bring back the Jagged Crown, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's show these rebels what real soldiers look like.
Oh. I'm just going to charge in. May fortune favour the bold.
That's all you've got?
Ah! Here we go, folks. Hey! We're off. Actually, this isn't too challenging. I don't think I've got it on a very hard setting. I thought... Oh, I don't worry about the setting. Let's just play here.
Enough of this!
Yeah, I'll increase the difficulty. What am I on? I'm on Adept. So... we'll go to Expert, hey? And I'll increase it. I'll make it harder if I need to, okay? But you might regret it when you come to TPOS added enemies. Okay. Nice.
Everybody ready? We charge on my signal. Time to show what you're really made of.
Because, Gears, I've got a jump cheat mod that I like to use for testing. I'll talk about that another time, all right? I'm using a jump cheat mod, okay? for my testing. Oof. Am I over? Let's take him out.
That's the end of that.
You two, stay and guard the entrance. We don't want any Stormcloak reinforcements taking us by surprise. Everyone.
So what I like to do, Gears, as a mod author, because I'm a mod author and I'm testing my mod pack, which I'm sure you probably figured out by now with all my talking, but like I have a few weapon cheats and a few extra potions and everything, because Tposc is not linear gameplay. It can be really hard sometimes. When I'm testing my mod, I like to get to areas to test for in terms of nav mesh testing and other sorts of things. I like to jump over or around mountain peaks. So there's many reasons why I've got that jump mod loaded up, but it just gives me an ability to test certain areas that I can't normally get to, or just test out other things that I might want to test, all right? That's a simple explanation of a more complex issue of why I have a jump cheat mod, okay? Because now, even now we're playing this, we are now playing the TPOS mod pack that'll be out in the next few days, folks. But I still will be doing some other testing throughout this playthrough, just as a general principle and the way I do things, all right? Oh, I can't see anything here. Wow, someone just hit me there. These guys are mean. I better have a potion or I'm going to be dead here. Where are we going? I think we're going up now. So sometimes, yeah, instead of going all the way around the houses, Nesbit will just cheat and jump.
I don't like the look of this. Perfect spot for an ambush.
I need some lighting. Can't see subtle.
10 to 1, they're just waiting for us on the other side.
But there isn't any other way through, Legate.
Let's not jump to conclusions, soldier. The Legion always finds a way. I'd rather take a moment and look around than walk blindly into an ambush. Auxiliary,
find them.
So I've got to find a switch. Oh, I've just dropped down in the wrong place. Oh, damn it. Oh, damn it. I think I've just accidentally dropped down to where I shouldn't be. Let's see if I can get back so I don't cause any problems. I don't even know where I am. Oh, I've buggered up. Sorry, folks. I've just buggered up. I didn't want to do that. That's what I didn't want to do. Can I load? I'm just going to reload, folks. All right, because I just buggered up there. I didn't want to do that. That's the trouble. See, I jumped into a space where I shouldn't have jumped. That's what happens when you've got a cheat mod. Let's just move on. And we'll do this bit again. Okay. God, dear me, these guys can hit. Oh, I didn't mean to do that one. Never mind. Let's see if I can take him out. Lovely. Okay. Let's get into where there's some light. Okay. So we're just back where we are. Let's just save just in case I make another cock up and jump over somewhere. I've got to find that switch in a minute.
I don't like the look of this. Perfect spot for an ambush.
Yes, you can add wearable lanterns, mate. I'll answer that in a sec.
But there isn't any other way through, Legate.
Let's not jump to conclusions, soldier. The Legion always finds a way. Let's not jump. I'd rather take a moment and look around. The Legion always finds an ambush. Auxiliary, see if you can find another way through. We'll charge in to help as soon as we hear fighting.
Okay, let me talk about the lighting just to answer Gear's comment. Again, my scroll box is just scrolled down, so I'm going to have to come out. Okay, I just scrolled back up, right. So, I like a darker interior, folks, right, when I play my game. But this is the Setting Sun's E&B preset. You can say what you can use lanterns if you want to use lanterns. You can use magic. But if they're still too dark for you, my interiors, with the E&B Setting Suns preset, you can increase the volume of lighting quite simply by just going to interiors and going down one. That brings it much brighter, or you can make it darker. Alright, I'm going to keep it at 1 because that's where I like to play. So there are options, but this is the mod pack, and in the mod pack you can add lanterns to your mod pack, or you can increase the values. But I like, for me, I love this. I think this is so immersive. What we got here, we got this dark area here because there's no lighting really penetrating it. It's a very low level light, and then you've got the stronger lights and it lights this area. This is a big dungeon, you know, so every area should not be lit up. Okay, so this is how I prefer it. For me, it's more immersive. Okay, so that's the way I'm going to play. Okay, and again, it looks really good as well. So now I've got to fulfill the quest. Yeah. Well, we all have, you know, we're all going to have our preferred setup, okay, for lighting. A bit like textures. We all have our preferred textures. But I've made this mod pack, you know, and it's easy enough for people to change things up the way they want it. Hello, Open Minds. So it comes down to personal preference, folks, at the end of the day. It's about what you want, all right? Not everybody likes the same thing. But within the mod pack, you have plenty of options to change things up with the E&B preset and with other mods like lanterns and stuff like that. So what am I looking for? I am now looking for...
somewhere above us.
Yeah, I am now looking for that. I can't remember where it is, actually. It's been so long. Oh, that's them there. What? I've just gone through. Oh, is it down here? Is it actually down here? I can't remember. I've just gone up here. I thought there was a switch before that, though. Oh, you have to bear with me, folks. It's been a long time since I've used this. I've done this. I thought it was around here. I swear the switch was like around here. Is there another one? Alright, so this shows I haven't played this, you know. It's been a while since I've done this, since I last tested this. And my brain's gone. Mind you, I've been streaming for a while now. It's already 2 o'clock and I really do need something to eat. But maybe... Is it? I thought it was up here. I swear it was up here. On a little... Not yet. I haven't done Sky Oblivion yet. And that is the only way up. That is the only... I thought it was there I did it, but there you go. Just shows you I'm brain dead. Okay, so I'm going to go through, because I can obviously go through and get this open. I'm just going to turn to that. So I'm going round, going round. Uppy up. Do I go across the bridge? Because I can get across this bridge. I don't quite understand how I can get to them. What am I missing here? I'm being dumb. Alright, I'm just going to play this out. I'm being dumb today for some reason. Is there a beta version, is there? Alright. God, I'm being dense. I will find that switch in a minute, I guess. I'm not quite sure where the hell I'm going. I'm lost now. Oh, God, I've come all the way back round. Oh, man, that's terrible. Actually, I'm quite tempted to say stuff it now because it is 2 o'clock and I'm tired, folks. That just gives me a... and I can continue this in the next stream. And... you know, when I'm clear-minded, because it's been a long stream now and I'm feeling knackered, so I think I might just call it a day and come back tomorrow, and we'll continue this quest tomorrow when I've refreshed my mind and I'm with it. Oh, I haven't brought up the map either, haven't we? Yeah. Summary, I'm running around in circles now. I can't even find where the bloody... What's her name is? It's down here, isn't it? Okay, so... Let me think about it. I am going to save it there, folks, because I'm knackered. And it's 2 o'clock. I've been streaming for nearly 2 hours now. And I'll come back with a fresh head, and we'll restart the stream tomorrow. Because, yeah, I'm done. I'm beat. So, thanks for joining me, everyone. I am just going to... What's this, people... No, that's true. I'll tell you what, by the time I get to an end of a stream, after a couple of hours, and because it sort of it extends into lunchtime, when I come out of the stream, I'm generally really hungry. You know, and it takes me a good 20 minutes just to you know, fill me gut up, and I feel better after a coffee and something to eat. But it's good fun, and the streams are important. So let me round off, folks, okay? Let me round off. Let me just get my bearings and round off what I'm doing. Because that's annoying me, because for some reason my mind's gone totally blank what I'm doing, where I'm supposed to be going, what I'm supposed to be doing. I got a lot of thoughts in my head and whatever, and like I say, I'm a bit run down now, so it's best just to stop, because I'm going to get agitated, because that's what does happen with me. I know it, so it's better I just stop now, have a rest. I'll come back tomorrow. I'll come back tomorrow, normal time, okay? Right, so, come out of there. I'm just going to give my thanks. Open Minds, Peeler, Gears, Secret Lemonade Drinker, thanks mate, I've just seen your comment. I'll enjoy my lunch, yeah, and the patch for the Lux for patch, oh, see I can hardly speak now, the Lux for Xbox will come in the future, right mate? Who else have I got to say thank you to here that's joined the stream? Let me just have a look, folks. Jack, thank you Jack, okay. Who else have I missed? Strictly, yep. NATO, for all of you that's joined the stream today, thanks a lot. And if you've been new to the stream, thank you for joining. I'll see you all again tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow now, okay? Yeah, I'd love one of those actually. I quite like a Snickers now and again. So I'm going to go and have some food. Now, let me just say, Peeler, everyone, all right? Hi, see you, Peeler. The all-in-one patch for this mod pack, right, will be out today with lots of information coming out with it. And then once I've got that mod patch out, that patch out for the mod pack, sorry, I can then download it and make the collections with it, okay? Because it has to be uploaded and alive for the collections pack to recognize it, obviously. So that patch will be out today. I'll have the mod pack collection for Tposc then built and out in the next 2 to 3 days, okay? So very, very soon, folks, we're almost there. And the streams will continue for obviously this mod pack, okay? So I'll see you all soon, all right? And if you can support the project, whether that's donations or coming in stream like this, you know, the usual sort of stuff, that's great. I do this full time. So yeah, you too, Open Minds. Thanks for joining me, Peeler, everyone, Secret Lemonade Drinker, all of you, you know, you have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Nesbit. You're the People of Skyrim. Good gaming, folks.